Hello, this is the most recent episode of Miles's monthly Monday Memo. I'm going to roll this D12, and I've rolled an 8. All right. So I want to talk to you for 8 or so minutes, give or take a minute. Um, I appreciate all of you who are bearing with me as I try different microphones. I'm using a different piece of hardware today, different ways of sharing these voice memos with you all. I've created a playlist on YouTube. It's called a podcast, but you and I both know this is not a podcast. And I'd love for your feedback. If you're listening to this, give me a shout out. Let me know what's working for you. My wife thinks that 12-sided die is a mistake and that I should use a smaller numbered die because people don't want to listen to me talk for that many minutes. She may be right. So I'd love for your feedback. Please let me know. I want to spend the rest of our time today, with your kind indulgence, talking about a new program that I've launched. Can you launch a new program for the second time? Last year, I put together a remote trivia offering, but I wasn't able to launch it in a timely fashion, and we never broke the seal on it. But I did put it in a drawer, wait for next year to come around because I'll just I'll abandon the suspense and plug the new offering. What we're super excited to celebrate in February, being Black History Month, is our new remote offering from Wise Guys Events, Black Excellence Trivia in celebration of Black History Month. And I get a big smile on my face just talking about the program because it's been so fun. We used a totally different approach to how we built this. We did online offerings and continue to do online offerings. The core competency of the business, my Sparkle Zone, is in-person programming, games that we play with you in the park, on the beach, at conference rooms, or at your workplace. You get it. But we started doing remote programming, you know when and you know why. But the offerings that we built up until now, this was something else. I wanted a complete visual aesthetic for this Zoom game in the same way. Look, if you play Jackbox games, they're really good. I'm not going to say that Wise Guys Events games are better than Jackbox games. That's a pretty bold claim. They've got a strong team. But I'll just say I can't do what they can do, and they can't do what I can do. Or if they can, they haven't tried until now, and please, nobody tell them. But I love the way that the Jackbox games have a distinct visual aesthetic. And I hired a great artist who I've never met in person, but connected with because I found her work online. Her name is Chasney, and she created the look for the Black Excellence Trivia game, everything from our logo to the template slides, the visual schema, just to make it something fun and lively. It's screen-based entertainment, but like everything we do, there's a live host. I've already got two really talented hosts who are standing by, ready to MC your program. And we're tinkering with the back end, making it as good as it can be. The game itself is general knowledge trivia. You'll answer questions about sports, movies, art, science, politics, literature, dance. But it just so happens that every question involves Black people being excellent. It's something that's really been on my mind. There's no doubt that as I look at the world as it is, and not how we might wish it would be, not how, James Baldwin and Dr. Martin Luther King kind of wished it would be, dreamed it would be. I find myself saying, I am a white person with privilege. I'm a game designer. What can I do to make the world a better place? And, I do what I can do, which is I make up games and I make up fun and playful opportunities and experiences. Because although a game is a competition, And, it's fun to beat somebody at trivia. It's fun to get the most answers right. It's fun to have bragging rights. But game is not like other conflict in that we come together in a spirit of community and fellowship to play a game with each other. And if after the game is over, if the people we play with don't practice good sportsmanship, then we probably don't want to play with them again. So there's kind of a social contract that makes it's one of the things that I like about games. I'm a hippy dippy Berkeley PTA dadpreneur with my heart on my sleeve. And what I like is increasing the peace. Can I solve society's ills and cure systemic racism? I cannot. Can I invite everyone I know to join in celebrating and uplifting Black excellence with fun and games and questions and answers? Yes, I can. This is the first straight up trivia game that Wise Guys Events has ever created. So that's something new and different for us. And because I think that our Zoom programming is always made better with music, we've also got something that's fun and unique about this program. The audience is invited to select a playlist during the opening waiting room time. If the host will invite anybody on the Zoom who has a playlist that they feel sure everybody will like, they can make that person co-host and give them audio screen share ability, so that your music can be the soundtrack to Black Excellence Trivia. And in addition to coming up with a number of the questions myself, I worked with a great puzzle designer based in Boston. Her name is Dee, and she helped me create some specialty rounds. There's not just trivia Q&A. Just like when you go to pub trivia, there's a couple specialty rounds. One of them is anagrams. So you have a chance to do some word scrambles if you're a Wordle kind of person, or a Puzzmo kind of person. Anybody listening hip to Puzzmo? I need more Puzzmo friends. If you're playing Puzzmo, I'd love to be friends with you so I can measure my stats against you. I do the crossword every day. In addition to an anagrams round, there's a before and after round, and this is a wordplay as seen on Jeopardy. You'll get a clue like she won an Oscar and also played Catwoman, and he's the founder of Motown Records. And so your correct answer always overlaps on one word in the middle. The answer to that would be Halle Berry Gordy. So if that, which is, that's a biopic I would like to see, especially if the Catwoman costume returns. Does anybody remember Halle Berry as Catwoman? I saw that in theaters. I don't know what to say. That movie was not excellent, but that is not to take away from the overall uniform Black excellence that is demonstrated by the questions and answers in our quiz. So look, this is the end of my 8.5-minute ad for Black Excellence Trivia. If you want to play the game with your coworkers, with your pub trivia mates, with a group of friends, you can visit our website or send me an email or leave a comment. I'll be refreshing to see how many people listen to this month's memo. Thank you. I look forward to talking to you again, and who knows, maybe I'll drop one of these before the end of the month and there'll be an additional memo, a memo lanyap.